This represents a menu at DeSalvo's in Coral Springs. How many times daily would you say you talk on the phone? 2, maybe 3? At my old job, I talked on an average of 50 times, and that was a slow night. The constant ringing of the phone and the sound of my voice was never ending. At DeSalvo's, I had work ethics that I'd used forever. I learned how to handle money. I had to provide correct change, and I had to make sure the register was balanced. I also had to arrive on time. Additionally, I had to dress appropriately for the job with a red shirt and khaki pants. Although running around and answering phones was energy draining, I learned that the guests are number one always. One time, there was a lady who picked up her food and she came back to her house and realized that the food was wrong. She called us immediately and we sent her out the correct food free of charge, and it was delivered to her. At first, when I started working there, I did not like to speak to the customers, but after time I improved. I began to talk clearer and more slowly. Getting a job was simple. There were many jobs and duties which I learned how to accomplish through multitasking. It was a great experience that I wouldn't change. One of my duties was answering the phones. When people would call, I'd have to answer it and say, "Thank you for calling DeSalvo's in Coral Springs. This is Kristin, I could help you." I would then ask them if it was pickup or delivery and ask for their phone number and their address. If it wasn't in the computer, I'd have to put it in there. We'd then go through their order and ask them what kind of food they'd like to have. If they wanted soup, they'd have a choice of pasta fagioli or minestrone, and salad, they'd have a choice of their dressings. They also had a choice of rolls that could be garlic or plain. At the end of that, I would give them their total and tell them how much time it would take for it to be ready. Another job of mine was hostess. When people would come in, I'd ask how many people were dining with them, and I'd bring them to their tables. I was also responsible for putting setups and placemats on the table. From then, there would be people waiting at the cash register, and I have to go back up and cash them out. I asked them if they'd like to put it on their credit card or was it going to be in cash, and if they wanted to put a tip on the credit card. Although it seemed like a hard job, it was rather easy getting it. One day as I was driving home from school, I decided to stop by and see if they were hiring. I walked in and asked, and they said that they would train me the following day. The training was nothing, it was just, here's a section, here's a section, here's a section, just seat them, rotate. It also helped that my cousin Jacqueline worked there for 6 years and babysat the owner's daughter. My first job had great significance on my life. I learned patience through the customers' complaints of if the seating was not appropriate or if food was cold. And I also learned tolerance of different kinds of people. There I also met my current boyfriend Jeremy, who I've been with over a year. I was given many duties, but I made the best out of the situation. It was also a door of opportunity for me, as now I work at Charlie's Crab in Fort Lauderdale. Next time you order, remember the employee and have some patience when they put you on hold, because they have many duties just like I did.
Bravo! Very good.